What's up, folks? I hope you're having a wonderful night or day. Today I wanted to talk some more about Towerborne. They just released their second developer diary on the Xbox YouTube channel and talk some more about what we can expect from the game. It starts off by talking about how the team at Stoic really wanted a game they could play with their families. They're taking inspiration from brawlers and action RPGs and tried to harken back to the golden age of gaming where you can just kind of pick up and play the game. Towerborne, if you're not familiar with it, is a side-scrolling action RPG, MMO light as I like to call it. In this game, we as the players are known as an ace, which is a hero that's trying to save civilization. The story goes that the city of Numbers, quote unquote, has been destroyed, and our job is to protect everyone that is trying to make their way from the city of Numbers back to the Tower of Belfry. When you first start Towerborne, you're going to be choosing between the 4 available weapon classes. You're also capable of switching between them at any given time, except I believe combat situations, so you won't be able to do it during a mission. It's also mentioned in Discord that when you first start the game, there will be a short tutorial before you can load in and start playing. There will also be matchmaking for the missions, so you don't always have to play solo or worry about joining a group manually. So we know the 4 weapons are Sword and Shield, Dual Daggers, Gauntlets, and the War Club, but showcased in this video are their actual names, which are Sentinel for Sword and Shield, Pyroclast for the War Club, Rockbreaker for the Gauntlets, and Shadow Striker for the Dual Daggers. So the next thing they talk about is what you'll do when you load into the Belfry. This is where we'll be interacting with key NPCs and getting quests and missions. They also describe how the loop of the game is centered around you going into these missions and fighting a bunch of enemies and getting a bunch of really good loot. You do it again and again, and your character just ends up getting cooler and cooler as you do that. Towerborne features a unique hex-based world map for exploration where you can explore one tile at a time and find interesting missions and different goodies along the way. And it's not linear, you can freely explore the world map as you want, and although there will be situations where they visibly show on the map that there may be something interesting in a specific area, the pathway you're going to take to it will be different. Every mission is soloable, but you can play them with friends as well. It's balanced based on how many players are actually with you in the game. Sometimes the enemies will be a little bit stronger, or the number of enemies may even increase. Combat in Towerborne, first and foremost, is designed for fun. There's also a high skill ceiling to the game. You can juggle enemies if you're super good and you can build around that, or you can hit a bunch of buttons and mash out on almost everything you come across. The goal of the combat system is to accommodate players of all skill levels. Every character is equipped with a light attack and a heavy attack, and you'll have a variety of focus skills. There's also the Umbra that comes into play as well, which are the spiritual creatures that float next to characters. Each of them has a unique ability, so deciding which one you bring along with you is an important part of the build making process. Because they're all different, they can either cater to your current playstyle or they can make up for a deficit. The cooperative experience adds another layer to where now you can do combos that were never possible because now your friend can back you up. For example, if I launch the enemy, you can see that the enemy is launched and jump up, smash them down, and I can follow up after that. Players can also synchronize their builds on certain things, like if I have a build that sets things on fire, you can make a build that's like when things are burning, you get a bonus. You can kind of work together and build together in various sorts of ways. When it comes to the reward system in the game, during the mission you have enemies dropping loot. Every mission has one chest at the end. Each of these chests have different rewards in them and you can equip your character with things you found. They've even said in the Discord that you might find yourself going back and farming previous areas for upgrades. Sometimes when you're out looting, you might find something that has a special move or a new aspect that allows you to tweak your character in an exciting way. They're all a part of this puzzle of progression that allows you to be stronger and stronger and cooler and cooler. Stoic is planning to constantly update things, and there's going to be a ton of stuff that the players are going to want to see. They want to get the tuning of progression really tight. They want to make sure the amount of loot you're getting feels right. They're looking for the players to help shape what Towerborne becomes in the future. There's no one way to play the game. They think as long as the player is having fun and it feels fair, that's the thing that matters first and foremost. And with that, that's everything we have to cover for this developer diary. Thank you guys so much for joining. Have a great rest of your day.